guys, how we doing? So here we are. It's what, Wednesday night, hump day for most of you, middle of the weekend for me. This week anyway. Not a whole lot going on this end. Just another winter day here in New Brunswick, Canada, eh? Anyways, not going to be doing a whole lot tonight, but so I figured, see if I get one of these in. Starting off the night with my Scully glass, Scully mug, Scully. This is not what we're reviewing, just something to start off the night. This one is called Hop and Ice from All or Nothing Brewhouse. This is what we're going to do to confer as, well, I gotta steal a few pages from the experts, or the assholes. So this is the palate cleanser. Scully glass, Hop and Ice. It's a hoppy wheat Hefeweizen. Think of it as that mild IPA and a Hefeweizen had a baby. This is what you get. Alright. Keep that for a little bit later on. What we're actually looking at tonight should be interesting. I've never had anything from this brewery before, so let's see what we got here. This one is called Mons Abbey Dubbel Ale. Let's see here. Strong ale, brewed with traditional spices. Is 8% alcohol by volume. And we got a veritable novel on here. Mons Abbey Dubbel marries Pilsen, Munich, and Carafa malts with bitter Styrian Golding and flavorful Hallertauer Herblecker hops, and naturally pure water from the Abitibi Esker. Serve Mons Abbey Dubbel at a cool temperature, ideally 9 degrees Celsius. Pour so that a nice head forms, preserving the last yeast-rich ounce to drink from a shot glass. Excuse me. Is the best way to get the most from your beer. Cheers. This one is from Brasserie Belge Bras in Amos, Quebec. Quebec, eh? The belle province. Now, this one's still a little cooler than what's recommended, so we'll get into that in a moment. Speaking of Quebec, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have heard about the real clusterfuck that happened in Quebec City at the mosque not too long ago. That was a fuck up. Sad to see what happened to those people. And I don't know to get political, because, it's all based on opinion a lot of times. And opinions are like a certain body part. Everybody's got one, but you don't need to exactly share it with the world. Anyway, that being said, I don't usually bitch too much, except for when I want to bitch about, Eric, that fuck knuckle or something. Either way, you ever notice how the dipshit that we have for a prime minister will quickly label and act against any non-white people as terrorism? But anything that's done against white people, at least from what I've seen, is anything but terrorism. I don't condone what happened, far from it, but I get the feeling that this is not the last we've heard of it, and unfortunately, being gun owners, we're always going to be thrown into the mix one way or the other. And that sucks, because I don't think the guy even owned the gun legally. I don't know what kind it was. Rumors was that it was AK-47. I don't fucking know. Nobody's talking. Either way, it was a complete fuck up, and unfortunately, when something like that happens, more people are taken down with it, and it blows big time for everyone involved. So, anyways, though, I won't talk anymore about that. You know that, in theory, everything that has this and this should be really fucking good. Well, I don't buy into that. I'm hopeful, but excuse me. We'll see what happens. Oh, that was somewhat anticlimactic. Kind of like every time Eric tends to do any service down the truck stop for Heffy. This isn't the proper glass, but I don't know where my Delirium Belgian glass is, so we'll have to go with this one. Ooh, that's dark. See here, we'll read a little bit more here for a moment. When Jean-Louis Marceau came to Quebec, he specifically chose Amos primarily for the quality of its water, a key ingredient for brewing beer. The water in Amos comes from the Abitibi Esker, a distinctive geological feature formed by the glaciers that acts as a natural filter. Traditionally bottle conditioned, so at least it's bottle conditioned. Now, I'm actually going to be quite hopeful for this one because it's from Quebec, and even though being in New Brunswicker, we're kind of at odds with those motherfuckers. They definitely know how to make good beer. Why is good beer wasted on French people? I don't fucking know. Anyways, looking through the light here, it's like a ruby red. Definitely didn't get any head on it. But man, that is a nice looking color. I'm not going to be able to get much on the nose because unfortunately everybody in this house is fighting the cold. My wife is fighting it. I think she'll get it for my son. And I'm waiting for my daughter to get it as well. So, not going to get much on the nose here. Excuse me. A little bit red fruits, dark fruits, plum, fig. But a lot of like it smells fairly sweet. It's a double, so you can kind of expect that. The sugars haven't broken down as much. At least that's what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong, just to be an asshole. Alright, looks good. Smells pretty good. Let's see how it tastes. What do you say, huh? That is incredibly mild. For a double, I expect it to be far more potent, which is going to be somewhat quite deceiving. I'm scared. 8% and you're not noticing anything? Oh boy. Ooh. A little more is coming through the different flavors. It's not Belgian beer, it's Belgian style, because it is from Quebec. But ooh, it's actually pretty darn tasty. And again, at 8%, you're not noticing it. This is going to be very enjoyable for the rest of the night, which could be for a little while yet. It's 10:45 at night here, or 22:45, depending on what clock you go by. Excuse me. Either way, This is going to be going down really good. I'm really liking this one. Probably would have been very different if it had been in a different glass, maybe. I'll make sure there's no sediment down the bottom of it or anything. I get the feeling there's going to be some, which is fine. Either way, this is going to be quite enjoyable for the rest of the evening. So we're going to stop there. For Mons Abbey Dubbel, if you can get it, I suggest it. I highly suggest you try it. So this is going to get a 9 from me. A 9. I definitely want to see if I can get more of these, or at least this style, or at least maybe more from this brewer. Because I want to see what else they got. If they're not fucking up a double, they gotta be doing something right. So, anyways, guys, have yourself a good night, and we will talk to you later. Behave, stay safe, and Heffy, will you hurry the fuck up and get more brew reviews out? Jesus Christ, man. You're such a slacker. Bye, guys.